The fluorescent lights in the country club bathroom buzzed like a swarm of angry bees, casting harsh shadows on my reflection in the mirror. I tugged at the zipper of my thrift store dress, feeling the cheap fabric cling to my skin in the sticky June humidity. The tag itched against my armpit, a reminder that this was the best I could afford on my receptionist's salary. "Mom, you okay?" My son Noah's voice filtered through the heavy oak door. Small but steady at 10 years old. "Just a sec, kiddo." I smoothed my dark hair back into its no-nonsense bun, wiped away a smudge of drugstore mascara, and squared my shoulders. The woman staring back looked tired, lines etched from years of scraping by. But she'd have to do. We weren't here to impress. We were here for family, or what was left of it. Outside, Noah waited by the water fountain, fidgeting in his hand-me-down suit that rode up an inch too high at the ankles. He'd shot up like a weeds in spring, and my budget wouldn't stretch for new clothes until the back-to-school sales hit. A gaggle of wedding guests swept past us, trailing scents of expensive cologne and whispers behind perfectly manicured hands. Their Louis Vuitton purses and Louboutin heels probably cost more than my rent. I caught the sidelong glances at my faded dress, at Noah's scuffed shoes. "Your tie's crooked, bud." I knelt to fix the clip-on, my knees protesting against the marble floor. "There. You look sharp." He wriggled but let me fuss, his blue eyes, my eyes, searching mine. "Will Uncle Mike be glad we're here?" The question hit like a gut punch. I remembered Mike at 15. All elbows and tears after Dad bailed, leaving us with a mountain of bills. I'd been the one making PB&J dinners while Mom pulled doubles at the diner, helping him with geometry homework, scraping together cash for his prom ticket. He'd hug me fierce back then, whispering, "You're the best, big sis, Emily." But those hugs faded after he met Sophia. Calls turned to texts, then nothing but LinkedIn notifications about his latest tech startup promotion. "Of course he will," I said, ruffling Noah's cowlick. "He's just swamped with wedding stuff." The invite had shown up last minute, thick ivory cardstock with silver foil, while others got theirs months ahead. I'd overheard Mom bragging to her book club about it. Then came her call, voice sharp as a tack. "Emily, please dress decently this time. No bargain bin finds. This is the club, not a PTA potluck." My fists clenched at the memory, nails digging into palms as more guests floated by in their finery. A woman with a hat like a parade float peered at us through her lorgnette, lips pursed. Noah's hand found mine, small and warm. He saw too much for a kid his age, understood the unspoken barbs. We could bail. "Mom, watch Marvel movies instead." Tempting. But I pictured Mike at the altar, his voice cracking on the phone when he announced Sophia's yes. Whatever walls had grown between us, he was still my baby brother. "We're staying," I squeezed back. "Family sticks it out." Last night's rehearsal dinner had laid it all bare. Sophia's air kiss barely brushed my cheek, her smile all teeth and no warmth. Mike's quick pat on the back as he schmoozed the room, eyes always drifting to bigger fish. Mom parading her bridge buddies with their pedigrees, waving vaguely at me. "Oh, and this is my daughter." Noah and I navigated to the grand ballroom now, chandeliers dripping crystals like frozen tears over polished floors. Towering floral displays loomed over silk-draped tables, a string quartet sawing away at some somber Vivaldi. Our seats? Tucked by the swinging kitchen doors, far from the head table, with a faint wine stain on the cloth. The other guests, Dad's distant cousin, Mike's old dorm buddy who'd flamed out in law school, Sophia's ex-nanny, the rejects of the family tree. Noah clambered into his chair, legs swinging, studying the silverware like a puzzle. "Which forks for salad?" Outside in, I showed him, drawing on my old waitressing gigs. One more skill patched together from a life of making do. The mic screeched as Mike stepped up, his bespoke suit screaming money, more than my beat-up Honda was worth. His eyes skimmed the crowd, skipping our corner like we were invisible. Friends, family, all who matter. Beside him, Sophia lifted her flute, her diamond blinding under the lights. But I caught the chill in her gaze as she eyed him, calculating. Predatory. My gut twisted. I'd seen that look before. In the mirror of the family court bathroom 12 years back. Right before the judge signed off on my ex's abandonment papers. The mic crackled again. Sophia leaned in. And I knew. Bone deep. This fairy tale was about to implode. Some battles start quiet, with a whisper in the dark. Sophia tapped her flute with a spoon, the chime slicing through the din like a knife. Her smile gleamed, surveying the room as the quartet hushed. When I met Mike, I was amazed at his rise from such humble beginnings. Her laugh tinkled, a few guests tittering along. I mean, look at the hurdles his family jumped. My fork froze midair, the caviar turning to ash. Take his plucky sister, for example. Her eyes locked on me. Sweet as poison. Raising a kid solo. It must be so tough. Emily. The word tough dripped sarcasm. Whispers spread like wildfire. A lady in Chanel pearls stifled a gasp, eyes alight with gossip. But that's Mike's charm, Sophia continued, voice carrying to the back. He didn't let his past drag him down. My face burned, the chandeliers blurring into stars. I stared at my napkin. The tiny crumb on it, anything to avoid the stares drilling into me. Speaking of dragging down, Mom's voice floated from her prime seat. Champagne slurred and stage loud. Some folks belong in the discount aisle, not the spotlight. Like damaged goods with a return tag. The mic picked it up perfectly. Laughter erupted. Not polite chuckles, sharp, slicing guffaws. My knuckles whitened on my clutch. Leather groaning. I glanced at Mike. His smile was plastic. Uneasy. But he stayed mute. Sipping bubbly. Gazing anywhere but here. The exit glowed like a beacon. 20 paces away. I could bolt. Escape the humiliation. The echoes of 1,000 slights. But running meant conceding. Teaching Noah that money and meanness win. That family fractures without a fight. Mom? Noah's whisper pulled me back. His brow creased. Why were they laughing at you? The question stole my breath. I'd shielded him for a decade, explaining thrift stores as treasure hunts, bus rides as adventures, the blank on his birth cert as just us against the world. Grown-up jokes. Sweetie. Nothing big. But his eyes said he knew better. Piercing through the lies we spin. His chair scraped before I could react. Noah. No, he straightened his too-short jacket. Jaw set like mine in a storm. Without a word, he marched to the stage. Steps deliberate. The chatter faded as heads turned. Sophia's glass halted mid-sip. The quartet paused. Mike blinked down. Confusion cracking his facade. He nodded to the AV guy, who lowered the mic. My pulse thundered as Noah gripped it. I wanted to yank him back, shield him from this viper pit. But his stance glued me in place, small under the spotlights, but unyielding. Noah's fingers clutched the stand. Adjusting it with the focus, he gave his model rockets. The chandeliers caught his sandy hair as he stood tall. Silence blanketed the hall. Through tears, I saw his jacket strain. Ankles peeking. Hi. I'm Noah, Emily's son. His voice rang clear over the speakers. Guests shifted. Flutes hovering. My chest tightened. What was he unleashing? I want to share something I heard before the ceremony. Simple. Kid-like. But Sophia's smile iced over. Knuckles white on her glass. Mom half stood. Jewelry clinking. signaling the AV guy to cut it. But Mike leaned in, curious, like our old backyard experiments bubbling over. I was looking for the restroom, Noah continued, steady as homework recitation. The bridal suite door was cracked. I heard the bride talking to her friends. Sophia's glass clinked down hard. Kids and their wild imaginations, she trilled, voice pitching up like a tea kettle. She said, I don't really love Mike. Noah's words landed like grenades. But he's reliable and won't mind my late nights. Forks clattered. Gasps echoed. My hand flew to my mouth, holding back a sob or triumph. The suspicion I'd harbored since meeting Sophia now bare through my boy's truth. Then she laughed, Noah frowned. Said after the wedding, she'd keep embarrassing folks like my mom out. They're not our crowd. Chandeliers spun light over stunned faces. Sophia surged up, gown hissing. This is absurd. Mike, you won't let a kid wreck our day with fairy tales. They're not tales. A new voice sliced in. Carla rose from our reject table, sturdy in her off-the-rack dress, Mike's old roommate. Always blunt as a hammer. I heard it all. Waiting for the John. Just like the kid said. Mike turned to Sophia. Face stone. Did you say that? Of course not. But her laugh shattered like glass. Maybe I was jittery. Bridal nerves, did you? Each word dropped like lead. Her mask crumbled. Contempt twisting her features, echoing Dad's sneer before he vanished. What did you expect? She spat. Voice echoing off floors. This isn't the dream. Your trashy sister in her flea market rags. Your mom's pathetic ladder climbing. This whole knockoff clan. Noah stepped down. Shoes clicking. And took my hand. Sorry if I shouldn't have said, he whispered. But you always say lies hurt worse than truth. Applause rustled like wind. Starting at Carla's table. Swelling. Tears streamed, not shames, but releases. My boy had voiced what I'd swallowed for years, ripping away the veneer. The flute shattered at Sophia's feet. How dare you? She glared at Noah. Venom pure. This brat ruined it all. His grip tightened. I squeezed back as pandemonium hit the head table. Darling. Misunderstanding, Sophia's mom fluttered. The boy twisted it. Twisted. Carla stood firm. I heard you griping about Mike's dull dependability while scheming Thursdays with Derek. The name jolted Sophia's personal trainer. The one she'd text through our rare dinners. Sophia's composure fractured. You have no right. Shrill against crystals. This was my perfect day. My flawless union. Your flawless fraud? The words escaped me. Soft but resonant in the quiet. Guests rose. Mumbling exits. The quartet packed hastily. Heels clicked as the crowd thinned, unraveling the meticulous chart. Wait. Sophia's plea cracked. She faced Mike. Frozen by the cake. They're envious. Baby. Your loser sister and her fatherless kid sabotaging us cause they hate success. Heat flushed my face. The instinct to shrink burning. But Noah's hand steadied me. Stronger than rage. Mike, Sophia whimpered. Choosing them over me? After the doors I opened. The status I gave? Mike twisted his ring off. Pale skin glaring. It pinged on the table. I've been blind. Voice raw. Like when Dad ditched us. Thought if I molded to you, I'd fit. Mike. We can salvage, she reached. Trembling. Cut the dead weight post-honeymoon. Just us. The elite. Elite? Mike turned to our table. Eyes meeting mine truly. The sister who'd bandaged his knees. Tutored him. Believed when no one did. I had the real deal all along. Just blind to it. 1,000 slights hung between us, ignored calls. Brushed off visits. Averted eyes. I'm sorry, he cracked. Should have defended you. Words I craved. Landing heavy. Part of me wanted to fling them back. Make him taste the invisibility. But Noah grounded me. Sometimes I lifted my chin. Family means enduring. Even when it stings. Even when protectors fail. A sob pulled my gaze. Mom teetered on the floor's edge. Hair wilting. Emily. She stepped haltingly. I don't know how to mend this. You can't, gentle but steel. Can't erase years of averting eyes with one glance. Healing's work. I grabbed my purse. Fixed Noah's tie. We're out. Not from shame. But 'cause we merit more than proving value to the blind. Please, Mom quavered. Stay. Let them go gracefully, Mike interjected. It's the minimum now. Our shoes echoed on marble as we headed out. Heads high like my first solo interview. Like leaving court with custody papers. Behind. Sophia screeched, your fault. You and your gutter kin wrecked it. I didn't flinch. Didn't turn. Evening air embraced us. Stars winking. Mom. You good? Noah asked. I knelt. Adjusting his tie. Better than good. Kid. Proud of us. Footsteps crunched. Emily. Wait. Mike. Breathless. I rose. Keeping Noah close. Why? In the dusk. He looked adrift, the kid seeking his sis's fix. But some breaks need more than quick patches. Because I need to learn to show up too. Mike's plea hung in the parking lot shadows. His steps scraped asphalt as he closed in. I gripped Noah's hand tighter. But kept striding. The click of my heels beat a drum, enough facades. Enough pain. Emily. Please. Closer. Desperation tugging at old strings, the me that soothed his nightmares post-dad. But Noah anchored me to worth. I pivoted. We're done because we deserve respect. Steady. Sure. I won't model family as tolerated abuse for my son. Mike halted. Lot lights carving deep lines. For once. He saw me. I get it. God. I do. He nodded to a nearby bench by the manicured hedges. Just hear me out? Noah tugged. We can listen. Mom. Faint music leaked from the hall, a ballad on enduring love. Irony nearly cracked a bitter laugh. Instead, I let Noah guide us to sit. Silence stretched. Mike yanked his tie loose. Tucks rumpled like discarded armor. I've been a fool. He raked his hair. Ruining the gel. When did I stop noticing you? Around when Sophia's yacht club trumped our barbecues. Unfiltered truth. I earned that. You did. I smoothed my skirt. Worst part? Watching you morph into a stranger. Grinning while she shredded your sister. Your nephew. Noah nestled against me. Adults overcomplicate everything. Mike's laugh sob escaped. We do. Kid. He eyed his bare finger. Thought I needed polish to matter. Her circle flawless. No baggage like ours, no evictions. No solo parent struggles. So you let her curate you. Hurt thickened my throat. Dictate which kin were presentable. I was terrified, low confession. Firm full of trust fund kids. Sophia made me feel viable. Sufficient. Music shifted inside. Melancholy. A cart rattled from the kitchen. You were always sufficient. I fingered Noah's handmade bracelet from last birthday. The boy who split his allowance for Mom's birthday card? He sufficed. Mike's breath hitched. Lost that en route. Lost plenty, but anger ebbed to honesty. Including that family endures all, not just gloss. Noah perked. Like when Sarah's folks split and you baked her family meals for a month. Or when Mr. Jenkins fell and we mowed his lawn. Exactly. Bud. Mike roughened. He met my eyes. I want to repair this. Don't know how. But I'll try. Won't be instant. I held his gaze. Needs boundaries. Respect. I know. He rose. Straightening. Start tonight. Noah bounced up. How? Mike eyed the hall. Lingering guests in finery. Gotta paid for bash going to waste on deceit. Why not repurpose for truth? I arched a brow. Celebrating what? Us. The raw. Bargain bin family that endures. He extended a hand. We re-entered the sparse hall. Sophia vanished, but Mom huddled alone amid crystals and silks. Eyes tracked as Mike grabbed the mic. Whispers died. Weddings off. Clear. Resolute. But stay for family, the kind that faces ugly truths and rebuilds. Mom's chair snagged as she rose. Mascara streaked. She crossed to us. I don't know where to begin. None do, I squared up. But we learn if you commit. Mike slung an arm over Noah. No masks. No worth by wallets or status. No discount digs? Noah piped. Laughter welled raw. Mending. No digs. Kid. Just real. The DJ spun an 80s redo track. Around us. Opulence dimmed its sting. Where from here? Mike squeezed my shoulder. I linked Mom's shaky hand. Noah's firm one. With authenticity. Not expectations. Night breeze carried rose scents through doors. Crickets sang. Amid wedding ruins. Roots of renewal sprouted, a family reclaiming truth. The sizzle of burgers on the grill filled my modest backyard. Smoke curling in the warm June air. Mike flipped patties while Noah set out coleslaw and chips on the scarred picnic table, aligning bowls with laser focus. You're nailing this setup. Champ. Mike tousled Noah's hair. Collar open. Sleeves up, no tie in sight. Your mom's eye for detail rubbing off. Noah grinned. She says even casual counts. Like suiting up for a fast food gig. A year back. Such nods to our struggles would have made Mike squirm. Now. He nodded. Wise words. Should have heeded her sooner. The oven beeped. I pulled out golden cornbread. Steam rising buttery. Through the screen. Brother and son synced effortlessly, no strain. No wariness. The door creaked. Mom emerged with a bubbling dish. Made my green beans from scratch. No cans. You didn't need to, but I took it. Noting crispy onions. Real effort. Not store-bought. Wanted to. She tugged her simple blouse, Target. Not Saks. Your fave. Throat tight after decades. She recalled. I busied with utensils till composed. Thanks. Mom. Yard buzzed with chatter. No flutes or labels, just plates. Cups. Real laughs. Mike's buddy Alex brought his brood. They chased lightning bugs with Noah. My coworker Lisa swapped rub recipes with Mom. Chow time. Mike called. No hierarchy, folks plopped on chairs. Blankets. I settled in a creaky lounger. Plate balanced. It groaned future fix, but felt like home. Toast. Alex raised his solo cup. Mike. You're the speech guy. Mike stood. Bottle glinting sunset. Year ago. I nearly tanked my life. Pause. Scanning faces. Had it flipped. Success as impressing phonies. Family a show. Eyes on me. But my sis never quit. Even when I did. And my nephew? Bold enough to drop truths we cowards dodged. Noah blushed. But beamed. To Emily. Dignity's queen. To Noah. Wisest soul. To them. Echoed from our ragtag crew, folks with casseroles. Hand-me-downs. Genuine care. Later. Under fireflies and tiki torches. Noah lounged by me. What about Sophia? New guy. Glances swapped. Mike measured. Heard she's with some exec in Chicago. Shrug. Taught me, bonds on flash over substance crumble. I hugged Noah. Kindness ain't enabling hurt. He nodded. Eyes old soul. Like not letting Jake crib my homework. He gets pissed. But true pals don't drag you down. Laughter pulled my gaze. Mom showing Alex's girl bean snapping. Patient through fumbles. No snark. My window reflection showed peace, no tension. Just me in my consignment sundress. At ease. Noah's head lolled. Summer weary. I'd fretted solo parenting. But this rebuilt circle proved he'd know love's truth, not polished bows, but charred edges. Hard talks. Earned forgiveness. Bold authenticity. Stars twinkled as Mike cleared plates. Mom wrapped leftovers. Kids nabbed one last bug. No quartets needed, just quiet magic of family reclaimed.